Yeah, this could be a meeting where you could
The,
go for a record.
well, the addendum, we got an addendum too.
We're on.
Okay. Call the October 2021 meeting of the New Ulm Human Rights Commission to order. Our first item of business is to approve the minutes from the previous reading, which are supplied to us. Are there any questions on the minutes? Then I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Is
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
there a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor of accepting the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We accept the minutes as presented. Budget report. If we move on to our budget report, you'll notice that the $1,300 invoice to Printware Graphics is in process and it will be paid in early November. That's our last outstanding bill from the summer. But if we look at our financial report, we've actually spent some money this year, so. And there were there's a bill there for stickers for $350. That was the first order. And then in this $1,300 bill, there's another bill for stickers because we refilled them after the parade. So that was there. Okay. Hang on a second. I lost my... minutes here.
You could go back.
This one? That's what I did, yeah.
Inside here usually.
It's not live.
Okay.
All right. So, moving on to our next item of business is our events committee report. Casey, are you giving that?
Yeah, I can. We discussed planning for the award for Dave. Jackie is gonna check in with Dave, and he doesn't really want like a big celebration, kind of like we were thinking. So it sounds like we're gonna try to do it at the end of one of our upcoming meetings. Tentatively the January meeting. Jackie's gonna double check with Dave. If he is okay with that, we're gonna work on a press release this Wednesday. Larry's gonna work with Lisa to get that out. Chad is taking care of the plaque and the name card, and we're just gonna use the previous wording from the previous plaque. And then I'll look at getting like some food and drinks, little snacks for after whatever meeting it is
And
that we end up going with.
so we'll make the presentation at the end of the meeting?
Yes.
And then, okay, have a little celebration. So, okay.
And the press release is going out when?
As soon as we get
Wednesday,
confirmation. No
hopefully.
earlier than Wednesday because Lisa's out of the office. Okay? Thank you, Events Committee. Education Committee report. Wendy, I think all we have left is to send out the press release.
Yeah, so
Right.
all of the packets have been distributed to schools.
Okay.
We just need the press release to go in.
Okay,
and
if you
then-
could stay after, I'll just make sure confirm my details.
Okay.
So we can get that out. We'll get that out on Wednesday as well. Okay, executive committee report. We had a letter to the editor, which was the previous one, which we didn't have. We kind of sort of dealt with this last time, but that's presented before you. That deals on transgender. I think we talked about that. Are there any questions on that letter from the executive committee? Okay. There is no public relations committee report. The under current human rights issues, we had 2 correspondences from We the People 507. The first, if you want to go to that one, was an email I received right after our meeting. Some personal accounts of the HRC referring to them as a hate group. And so this is a reaction to our discussion of what constituted a hate group. And so I told her I was going to consult with the other members before I responded to her, which she sent. And I believe my response was going to include something along the lines of we're studying hate groups at the current time. And because that there's a concern in the community that there may be hate groups within our community, and that really the only group that would decide on what group is a hate group would be the Minnesota Department of Human Rights. Would have to decide on such a thing. And then the second correspondence is a little different. She invited the fallacy of critical race theory, which is tomorrow at 6 p.m. in New Ulm, and they offered free tickets for the Human Rights Commission. You have the information there if you'd like to attend. I personally cannot attend. I have a professional commitment tomorrow night.
Do we know if it's being recorded? Because I'm unable to attend as well, but I'd be interested in hearing what they have to say. Is that something we
I
can
don't know,
ask
but I can
them?
certainly communicate that with Ms. Kleckel.
You can also look on the website because all of the presenter's information and viewpoints are on his website.
Right. I believe he ran for Congress against Dean Phillips last time, did he
I
not?
had looked him up, but
Yeah.
I was just wondering, I'd be interested in hearing specifically what he says to the New Ulm audience.
Yeah. It would be nice if we had some representation there, but I understand. But Tuesday nights are particularly busy nights in New Ulm. I understand that, and causes some conflict. So I'm not sure how many of you may be able to attend. I will relay that information to her that there may be other conflicts that we had at that point in time. As far as the first letter, then, I was planning on responding to her similar in kind to as I laid out to you that we were studying hate. There was some concern about hate groups existing in our community, and that we were beginning our study of what a hate group was, and that was the mirror at that point in time. Whether or not some members may personally think they are a hate group is certainly up. They're entitled to their opinion and their Facebook status. And I would explain that the Minnesota Department of Human Rights is the one who labels. There are, I think, 7 or 11, I can't remember which number I said last time, hate groups in Minnesota. So I think we need to respond to that in a professional manner. Any input, any comments on that?
No, that sounds good. I don't think we were targeting any particular group. We were just reading the definition of a hate group. So, as
We could reshare the definitions that you had sent from the Anti-Defamation League instead of the Wikipedia definition
Right.
that they cited.
Which is
Yes, sir.
from the Southern, that's the ones that are, Minnesota Department of Human Rights and the Southern Poverty Law Center, so,
Yeah.
okay. I will take care of that as well in an email form. I do not have a regular mailing address for her, so I'll respond in email and I'll send you all a copy. If that's appropriate? Okay. And probably Lisa as well. Dan, let's, I'm going to jump to the agenda to the addendum, if you will. Dan has resigned, not from the commission, but rather as vice chair. Okay? He is, his workload has more than doubled they're down a lawyer at the Brown County, and he's got more than double his workload of casework, so he just needs the time to work on that. And so he asked to be relieved of the vice chair, which includes the executive committee. It would be nice to fill that executive committee spot for a number of reasons. Number one, it just gives 3 people a chance to talk rather than just 2. And so, first question I pose to you is how do we want to fill the executive committee and vice chair spot? In January, we re-elect officers again, so that's where we're at, so.
Okay, I'm going to go with yes, because we have been relatively active on the executive committee, and I think that's, 2.5 months of having 2 of us versus 3.
Yeah.
So I
I
would
would
vote for
agree,
a yes
yeah.
on that one.
Agree.
Okay. Is that a consensus then we will fill? Okay. So, to follow Robert's Rules of Order, are there any nominations then would be the position of vice chair to serve on the executive committee?
Well, I was going to nominate myself, so I didn't have to take notes anymore, but I will nominate Kristen for the position.
Second.
Okay.
I was gonna say Casey, but Kristen sounds good.
Okay, sounds good.
Are you willing to serve,
Yeah,
Kristen?
I'm willing, yes.
Okay, all right.
All in favor?
Are there any other, I'm going to follow Robert's Rules of Order, Tim. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, is there a move to close nominations?
I'll move to close nominations.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor of asking Kristen to serve as our vice chair, say aye.
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 Opposed? Nay. Motion passes. Welcome, Kristen.
Thank you.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions about Dan's? He talked, he was in communication with me, and so he said there was no city council report or legislative update. However, his term on the city, as city council liaison is now up. The city council liaison's role is simply to watch or attend the city council meetings and report back to anything that comes up that might be of interest to the Human Rights Commission.
Anybody not done it yet?
I would have not done it yet.
Casey, have you done it yet?
Okay.
You go this time, I'll go the next time.
Okay, it's only a couple of months, it's a 3-month,
I'll do it.
it's a 3-month thing. Okay, thanks, Casey.
And you can watch the replays too.
Right, on video, yeah, you don't have to attend, you can watch, yeah, thanks, yeah.
Go
And the
say
last
something.
city
I'm just-
council meeting I watched, and it was like 20 minutes long, so we're gonna go longer than they have,
Sometimes
Okay.
it's quick.
yeah.
I can do that.
Okay, good. I know Jackie is ill. She excused for the meeting tonight. And she was working with the sex trafficking awareness. Lisa informed me that she's working with Jeff Hohensee from the investigator on a seminar they're putting together for this. And I'm not sure why this was on the agenda, but I think it's mostly to make us aware of this upcoming thing. Tim, are you in on this at all?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay. I know Jackie has worked with the sex trafficking issues in the past. And we've worked with the Brown County and New Ulm Police Departments on advertising and supporting that. I'll check with Jackie to see what exactly she wanted on that to be on the agenda for, other than just advertising it and promoting it.
I'll send her an email too to see if she needs help.
Okay, good. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, Jackie's ill at the present time, so. Okay, the date of our next meeting is November 22nd. I believe that's the Monday before Thanksgiving, this time, at 5:15. We will probably have some business to attend to. I'm going to anticipate some response from the We the People group that we might have to deal with at that point in time. Anything else? Have we completed our agenda, I think? Indeed we have. Okay. I would entertain then a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I'll second. You go.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor of adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? We are adjourned. Thank you, people.